What is going on, guys? This is Aaron. This video today is going to be a little bit of an update regarding my, but it's my old Widebody E39 540 that you guys have watched me put together on this channel. I did sell the car back in November of last year, and ever since then I've completely been getting bombed with messages asking me about the car, specifically because I sold it and they never took my Instagram tags or TikTok tags off the car. So I'm consistently being hit with messages because ever since I sold this vehicle, this thing has changed hands so many times. When I sold it, it was mechanically sound outside of a transmission stutter, which I would assume was just bad fluid, needed change, whatever. But I could get in this car and I could drive it wherever. And each owner progressively fucked it up more and more each time they had it, and it just keeps changing hands. So the car is for sale again. I'm in the Dallas area. I sold it to a guy who lived in the Garland, Texas area. He sold it to a guy that lived in the Houston, Texas area. And then this guy in Houston sold it to a guy who lives in the Azle, Fort Worth, Texas area. So this thing's just making its way around Texas. The most recent owner messaged me when he was in the process of thinking about buying the car and asked me what did I think, because again, my shit's still on the car. People think I still own it. And so he messaged me and I was like, don't buy it. It is a bad investment at this point, because the initial guy I sold it to, something happened in the parking lot, broke both the M5 mirrors off the car and fucked up the front bumper. So the entire front passenger side of the bumper is broke off. And so you'd have to pay to replace those mirrors, get them paint matched, pay to replace that bumper, get it paint matched. And the paint that's on that car, it's one of those situations where you'd have to repaint the whole car because it's a custom batch paint. So if you get a new batch of it, it could be slightly different tonally than the rest of the car, just marginally, almost like if you get chalkboard paint. You have to get a whole batch of it and do it all at one time. So there's that. But the guy still bought the car, and I have a bunch of messages from him where he's like, the hood won't open now, the crank hub is wobbling, like the entire pulley system's wobbling. And then I got sent this. I got sent this from my E39 group. This is the car that I had, right? So this is how I got it back from paint. All I did is I added, oh Jesus Christ, I added the carbon fiber front lip, which I don't think I have a photo of it. Yeah, so I added the carbon fiber front lip on the front, and I drove the car like this forever. Never had an issue with it, never broke anything, never messed anything up. But within 2 days of me selling the car to the guy in Garland, Texas, stuff started getting fucked up on the car. Now, it says sold here, so there's some unfortunate guy, but this is the car as it sits now. Hood's got chips in it. You can see the bumper's broken right here where it ripped the carbon fiber splitter off. This whole corner behind the license plate here is broke off because it ripped the carbon fiber lip off on something. They stuck white stock 540 mirrors back on the car. My tag's still on the damn car. So I'm still getting hit with messages with this stuff, dude. It's like, Jesus Christ. But either way, if you come across this car in Texas for sale, it is a bad buy. Do not do it. Unless you are buying it to put in a new motor, new transmission, do not buy it. I told this guy and every person after the fact that fucked it up, I'd give them $3,000 for the car, because I know what I have in it. I'm going to have to repaint all this shit. I'm going to have to redo all the body work. And ultimately, I would just take my LS swap that's in my E46, put it in here. And they're like, no, I'm going to hold out for more for people that don't know about the car. but this thing is just getting hand over fisted to people. It's making its rounds. If you come across it for sale, don't buy it. It's a bad investment. This car is cursed, I'm telling you. The reason why I mainly sold it is because ever since I got it back from paint, something would always happen every time I drive the car. 18-wheeler put me in a wall. I broke the 2 wheels that are actually pictured here. I had to repair these wheels, but that's all that got fucked up when the 18-wheeler put me in the wall. And then I ran over a tire that was on the highway because I couldn't see it. A car kicked it up and it pushed the bumper back and flexed the paint around the corners of the bumper here, but it didn't break anything. So don't buy it. Bad investment. People are probably still going to message me because, again, my shit's still on the car. They won't take it off. But do not buy this car unless you can get it for under $3,000 and you're trying to swap something else into it. 100% do not buy. Like, the crank hub's fucking up on it. Transmission's fucked on it. Nobody's maintained the catch can system that I put on it. Nobody's draining it. Nobody's checking it. It's a bad buy. Don't do it. Yeah, I just had to make this video to put it out there because people are still messaging me asking me about it. Just do not buy this fucking car. So that's it. If you see this car floating around Texas, oh man, just know there's an idiot behind it.